from the TougeSW S episode season 2. Today's date 13/2025. Next, who am I? I'm Wandering Raven. My podcast. I do this every Thursday night from 10 o'clock. Basically, that's who I am. So, what my why? I'm a cancer survivor. I've been doing drifting and stuff like that as a part thing. TougeSW S has been a thing since 2010. It's basically a copy of Togi Northwest that I ended up taking over. It was a thing that I was introduced to when I was in Oregon in 2010. So I started this when I came back from Oregon, living back in Vegas, and after I got pushed out of Oregon because I had a business actually me against my will, attempted to ruin my life. So, this is what I feel about this whole podcasting or talk show mainly around right now card build stuff. But I'm doing card build and trying to do other coverings, not just in Las Vegas. Never get the money to go around like either Arizona, maybe how they have events here. I would love to like a little excavation like that, go around and other events that happen. Uh, yeah, much it in a nutshell. Um, so number two. So what's the recent update my drift card and other projects? Right now, it's drift cards by 19 200 S6, S12 Sylvia, and here's uh, this. I was doing wiring. I'm trying to troubleshoot wiring here. I was doing let's see what else was I doing? Oh yeah, I was revamping the wiring here because I realized that I accidentally cut the wire from from the ECU that I had a wire for the wiring harness that I bought for wiring. I wired up the relay that's over here. Um, so that's the long wire that came over here. Somehow accidentally broke them and put them aside and didn't label them what they were. And my car on Saturday, so I found that out. On the wire. Give me a second and let the video talk. In case you didn't see it on YouTube or anything. Recap right here. Here's what I've done so far. We've done the wiring the way it should be. All the wiring is done and set up right this time, and I didn't screw it up. So I have the switch right there. That's how I had it before, and that's that. Next thing I've done is the oil return line from the turbo to the bottom. I had to secure that. Wasn't secured. I thought it was, but it wasn't. Um, so there's clamps on it now. We're good to go. Matter of fact, I could probably set this back over here. I still need to make a bracket to hold that down right here, or find a smaller one. But yeah, I still gotta make that bracket. So there's that. There's that. Next thing we done, I created a little bracket. I mean, a little block-off plate right there. It's ghetto, but it works. I'm just waiting for the gasket sealer to sit and seal. Once that's done, it should fire right up. While I was doing that, actually, I was able to fix this. It actually aligns up good. The only problem I'm having is I didn't check this. Oh no, it works now. Cool. It used to bind, but no longer binds. So that's a good sign. I gotta find that thing. Yep. Once I find that thing that connects to that, should work. I still need to find the rear ones that I've never had. I might just pull those off and use the AE06 one that I have. I have two side skirts that connect all the way up and down. That's it. That's all I've gotten done so far. So that's a quick recap. So I'm gonna put that back on. I'm gonna work on getting a new bulb and clean up for the night. Tomorrow, um, tomorrow we'll do some wiring in here. I'm gonna try to recap the actual thing. It's supposed to hook up to this. This is the tachometer signal, so that should hook up to my tach. I might have to just wire in manually and see if I can trigger it. Once I can do that, that's working. And I might have to do a setup down here because what the hell is that? Huh? Motor moved on me. I don't know why. But let's see. Down there somewhere is the oil pressure gauge, which is currently hooked up to the ECU. But for me to get the gauge though, I need to tap into it. So I might make a splitter just so I can tap into that while it taps into the other. So we'll do it that way, so I don't have to actually cut into the hot wire harness. Because I don't want to cut into this wiring specialties wiring harness that I have. Yep. So since I have top off, might start playing with the wiring inside. Once I do that, should be able to find the tachometer sooner or later. We'll have to triple check the ECM at the thing, but I'm gonna get it. Alright, I think that's it for now. It's a lot of work, especially this wiring. See, a couple years ago, I was trying to get a centric and put a VG30DE from an Affinity. I forgot which model. It was like a '90s Infinity because it had the front oil pan, and basically, I was trying to set it up for NA or maybe a future time, maybe do like a twin turbo setup. But I gave up on it because I couldn't figure it out, and everybody that was trying to help me just refused to give me any more help in the future, so I kind of gave up trying. So that's my update. Let's. So technically, I have to let that dry. I could probably just jump in and move. Okay, now we're done. So that's basically everything I did on Saturday. What I did finish doing was I did the ECU part, did splice oil part. I did finish wiring the switch for the fans. I did do a how-to video last week. Put it up there about the water thing. So, you are not familiar with. This was posted in 2007, and this is liquid intercooling. So if you ever wanted to know, some people prefer the barrel style, like I got. Some people take different ones, do whatever they want to do. Electric water pump, use F-150 Lightning. I use a Cadillac exchanger, like a little like an oil cooler. I used like a Honda radiator, small one. That's what I had. Reservoir tank. I made one completely out of a windshield washer reservoir. I don't use that on that car. Yeah, this is pretty much it. It's on Dratopia. It's published 2007. It's called Liquid Intercooling. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but technically that's the guide I went through. That's how I did it. What's the advantages? Advantages: it'll increase resistance to heat soak. For instance, if you stop flow of traffic, the air-to-air intercooler will have heat soak, meaning no longer remove any more heat. Take. So it can also happen in liquid systems. The water has 14 greater capacity to absorb and cool the intake part directly. The liquid intercooler does not soak as fast, so that's a cool one. That's a cool way. That's pretty much what really sold me on that one. That water and heat exchange flows slower through the system than the air to air does. Allows the water to shed more quality of the as it passes through the quick pass. Pretty much, it's going to be like trying to cool that air that gets charged and compressed inside that tubing. And because I'm running, I can do like ice setup. Well, I put ice inside the reservoir. It looks like for help for more cooling. Because cooler air equals more horsepower. Um, yeah, basically another thing would be because the way I have it set up, like a sleep mode. Yeah, Drotopia. For that, can't see that like you can with an intercooler sitting in the here. Um, yeah, probably not that bad. I'm keeping it directly water at the moment, but yeah. So basically, water goes from here, pumps in here, then it goes through here, through the thing here. This will come here, warms up the water here, it back down. I have that back. Maybe it goes here, goes to here. I think I had that. I think that's right. I forgot which way I had it. I'll have to double check because the pump is here. The pump is pushing water out and it's returning inward. And I've tested the system. System works. The only thing I had problems with is getting the right setup on the bottom. So technically it's wrapped right into the whole OEM stuff. So pretty cool setup. All right. So like sideways. Yeah, but once I deleted that one thing over here, idle sounds so much better. So, um, the other one I have posted up. Turn signals do work. I just gotta figure out the wiring setup on the front. It's what I've been trying to work out during the week. And kind of weird, stormy in the past couple days. I gotta figure out that circuit right there and figure out what broke. But it's getting close to running. Gotta finish cleaning up the stuff inside. I gotta keep on trying to get that speedometer, I mean not speedometer, RPM gauge working. I mean, it's not going up or down like it was before. Now it's actually solid. It sounds like it's like maybe 900 to 1,000 RPMs now. It sounds so much better. All I did was delete that. Really cool. And there's that relay I was talking about. I gotta rehide it, so that's for the ECU. I'm not gonna label it. That's why I talked about. I'm gonna label it right. Which I gotta pick that up on tomorrow. So fix that too on the side. Here. Actually fix this part here. It no longer buckles in or flops around. And I put the thing on it to go as well. I still need to find the two rear ones in the back. It never came with the car, so uh, that'd be a hard find. Map. Yeah, it's a really strong setup. Oh, my count almost dies. Might just need to be I might need to speak time just a little more. Well, I need to hook up the computer to it and double check the throttle position sensor, make sure it's getting the right thing. And then start messing with the timing there, like that. It's also not getting warm either because I'm letting some other junk air through the inside. Yeah, there's that. That's that. So that's currently it. Haven't really been working on any other project. Uh, so let's see what's next. I've been trying to do it after work because after work now there's an extra hour of daytime. So more time for me to work on more things to talk about every Thursday nights. Um, so we've got to finish the wiring. We've got to figure out the wiring for the turn signal up front. Um, finish the inside. I'll try to button up the side. Try to clean up everything as much as I can, and try to figure out the RPM gauge. I don't have to buy a new cluster. I need to figure out the oil pressure gauge because now, even though I've plugged them in, it goes all the way over to the right. I shouldn't have to throw the computer in just to see exactly where it's at. I gotta work on that. Mm. So the point temperature is not going to tell me right. That's why I hooked up the new gauge. I can get RTM on there. I should be able to just work on the stuff, adding the ECU and stuff. So, which I need to get some paint so I can paint up. Oh, paint up. What if they still have plastic? That up. Paint up the center console area. Get that all buttoned together. Get ready. Start cleaning out the side. It's really dusty. Should be movable. Should. I have to double check the brakes. I have to double check the clutch more time. I did clean up a potential oil leak. Um, that's a good thing. And we have a few things to test, and then I should be able to be driving. Of course, once I move the car and move it out into the street or decide to drive it around the neighborhood, I'll definitely take a video of that. So it'll actually be a cool tool of the week, so to say. That's that. So this is my closing. Any questions? Anybody out there that wants any questions and answers, whatever, always feel free to come in and talk. Or if it's on YouTube, just go ahead, ask away there. It doesn't matter. Closing Soviet Southwest. I do this every Thursday night. First, I was doing it mainly because to motivate myself. I was having such a hard time, really hard time, stepping out ever since my mom passed away back in 20. Yeah, like 2 days after my drift event. It's been hard since, and really have been really motivating myself lately. It's been focus, like a major focus very on myself, and I'm liking where the engine's going. Gotta clear up a few more little things. I might actually be ready to start driving it again. That's my goal. Drive it again. Goal. So I'm closing. Toge Southwest, TougeSW S02E06. Come out, check it out. I've been posting all my updates there. I've also been posting it in the one podcast is on YouTube. So that's YouTube/Wandering. So um, I go on. Oh, night. I should back tomorrow about 7 to 8 o'clock p.m. PS. So, anyways, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.